Well, it was the perfect culmination of a nearly perfect playoff run by Giannis. The list of finals clinching games that were clearly better than the one Giannis had last night is a zero-item list. It is in the argument for the best finals clinching game ever. It is, without question, one of the best 6 or 7 finals clinching games ever. And if you want, I have that list ready. You ask me for it later, I can give it to you. We'll get Bob Pettit into the show for the 7th consecutive week if we do that. And it is the culmination of Giannis taking the league. It is now his league. And it was bound to happen at some point. Jenna will remember, I think, 2 years ago, I thought this was going to happen. 2 years ago, it was LeBron's first year with the Lakers. He was out injured. Giannis was rampaging towards his first MVP and then sweeping his way through the beginning of the postseason. And I said, oh, like this is, Giannis is going to, at 24 years old, win the title. And with LeBron, out injured and we didn't know where he was going to be, Giannis is going to end up the best player in the league. That was premature. It is not premature now. Brandon, every game of this series, he got better. You went from game 1, he's healthy, 20 and 17, then 40 points, then 40 points, then the block, then the alley-oop, then the 50-point absolute tour de force dominating performance. So this series was about Giannis. This season will be remembered for Giannis. And I think it is now officially Giannis's league.
Well, look, I'm not going to have that debate right now, but it definitely is a debate. I didn't sleep after game 3. I didn't sleep after game 4. I didn't sleep after game 5. I feel like I was one of the first out there on the Suns, high on the Suns. And obviously I was rooting for the Suns. But last night after Game 6, I was able to sleep like a baby because there's nobody more deserving to win this and to do it in this fashion than Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. Everybody's talking about, they did it the hard way. They absolutely did it the hard way. And Giannis was sensational. And Middleton, although he was wishy-washy and up and down throughout the postseason, but in the biggest moments, at the hardest times, he stepped up. So for me, watching that game last night, that third quarter especially, Wilds, it was gut-wrenching. I felt like they had their moment, but they were just deflated. I've never seen momentum shift so quickly in a basketball game or a series or throughout a playoffs or throughout a season. Things shifted so quickly in this series, and the Suns were just deflated. They never overcame Game 3. They never overcame Giannis 40 points back-to-back. They never did. And so in that third quarter, you could just see all of the air just come out of their souls, and that you knew it was over. They should have called timeout. CP3 should have been more aggressive. But when it was all said and done, oh, my goodness, you had to celebrate with Giannis. You had to celebrate with the Bucks. How could you not? How could anybody today be standing on television or on pull out their Twitter thumbs and talk bad about Giannis? There's nothing bad to say, Wows. Absolutely amazing feat by him. He talked about 8 years ago, his mother, selling food and selling things in the street. He didn't know where his next meal was going to come from. That is a guy you want to celebrate with.
So I think that's an excellent point, Brandon. And my reaction was this was a finals in which everybody won except one person. So the Bucks won, obviously. The Bucks, the city of Milwaukee and the players, they won the championship. I also think, in a way, the Suns won. Monty Williams last year was gave an inspirational speech after they went undefeated in the bubble. It's like, we earn respect. Well, now Monty Williams went to the finals. He won. Devin Booker, it feels like he lost, but he needed a taste of what it's like to come up short, just like a lot of great players.
Great take.
And I think that he's headed to Tokyo. I think he's going to win. I think Chris Paul, we saw him sort of weeping to get to the finals, and although this was a big loss, I think Chris Paul won in a way, too, that we saw that he could get to the finals. I don't think his winning career is over. I don't think his career has peaked. I think NBA fans overall, Nick, won. We went into this playoff saying, oh my goodness, the injuries. This playoff are going to feel sort of less than, and they weren't at all. We got one of the most spectacular finals in recent memory. So I think overall, everybody in the NBA world and fans worldwide won except one person. That one person, my friend, is Jeff Bezos. Poor Jeff Bezos got to wake up today and be like, whoa, hey, did you see Giannis last night? What an inspiring performance. Bezos is like, yeah, geez, I went to space and I couldn't hold the narrative of inspiration for more than 12 hours. Giannis took the crown right from the otherworldly performance. Yes, it was on otherworldly performance. I did go to space.
Yeah.
I went to space, and I wasn't the most inspiring person on the planet. So congratulations to Giannis. L for you. Rare Jeff Bezos, but L for you.
I didn't think you were going to say Jeff Bezos. It's a great point on Jeff Bezos. I thought you were going to say the only person who didn't win was actually someone whose tweet we showed. But it's not LeBron, it's not Steph. And I don't know that it was a coincidence that KD's tweet included the fans and the city and the team and no name check of Giannis. Because if I'm Durant this morning, I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
That's interesting.
Like, LeBron was here, and I won MVP 8 years ago, and I was supposed to be next up. And then everyone said, no, actually, it's this Steph Curry guy who's going to be next up. And then I joined Steph. I'm better than him in the finals. I'm about to once again take it. And then I get hurt. Right. And now everyone's like, no, actually, it's Kawhi Leonard. He's next up. And then I leave Steph. He's out of the playoffs. I am having the greatest playoff run series I've ever had. Some would argue I outplay Giannis. And now Giannis is next up? Like, I'm just always going to be the next man up? And so, I mean, it feels like KD's been a top 3 player for a decade without being the best player. And that, that's a different debate for a different day. I think he intensely cares. Brandon, he's joining Twitter Spaces, debating with Warriors bloggers on a Friday night. He cares. And so I think it's a tough swallow for him, Jenna.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.